So basically what I do is, after getting the center line in front and in back, at the back, the trick I use for getting the heel height is, if I don't want to do the calculations, I use my finger, and just get the heel height. My index finger. So I'm use the small finger, but I use my index finger to just get the heel height. Now I'm trying to draw the T pattern. So I had done this already. This is me drawing the T pattern. There are two ways. You can either have it as a one pattern or double pattern. For one pattern, it saves when you make it double, it saves leather for you, and it makes it more trendy than having just a single pattern. So we're going to be joining it here. This is the arc. We're going to be joining it here. Reason I am making this, we're joining it here. So I'm going to take it from the back. We need to arc. You arc it because you're dealing with children's shoes. You arc to avoid their ankle, having bruises. You arc, then you come back and meet the line at the back. So because I want to join it here, I can. Now while you are doing this, remember that the strap is going to go in here. So you have to get this closer enough to get the strap to come in. Something like this. Then you go it this way. You can decide to come like this. You're joining it here. Understand? Whatever you like, you can do here. You're joining it. Now, just make it a little bit to look a little bit beautiful. This is basically. So you can see it. Supposed to be a straight line. So this is we now have two patterns. This is the back and this is the front. So the strap is going to come in. It's going to rest on this like this. It's going to come in here and it's going to come in here. So you see the strap. This is the guiding. Now for me, this looks a bit too low. I can decide to bring it up a bit if I want to. I can decide to come up, to bring it a bit up, a little bit, fine. Now there's no rule to the kind of shape you want. You can actually have a very circular motion, but I like putting mine a little bit of curve to make it look kind of. You can see here is smaller, here is bigger. So this is basically what it looks like. Now I want it to rest. I want my strap to rest, not to be too long. My buckle strap, I can have it here and just make a curve like this. This is just a rough sketch of what I want. Now, it's going to come in like this, more like a curve. So you can see this is basically the T shape. Usually I put what's it called? I put foam. I pad the ankle for comfort for the children. So that's just it. So after you've drawn the pattern like this, we need to be able to, take off the excess masking tape and be able to preserve this pattern so that in future, even when you lose the bigger pattern, you'll be able to replicate it. So normally I will use a blade. I'm more comfortable using blade to pull it off. You just go to the center line and take it from the center line. Oh, but before then, I need to take off the excess, the excess tape at the back of it. I usually use my pencil to get to the feather edge of my lace. I want to remove the excess at the back. So I'll just go ahead and take it out. Just follow the pencil line and I'll remove the excess. So I get this off out of the way. This goes out of the way. That's it. So I have a clean back. So I now go ahead and I'd already cut this off. And I just go ahead and take this out. You see? So now I also have to do the same thing at the back with this back middle line. You know, you take it and you cut it off on the center of that back. You remove the excess masking tape too. So now how do I take this out of this? Because I need the whole pattern together. This is where the pattern started from. Okay, this is where we are folding, you know. Now I will not cut, I have to cut from that point and get to this point. That's, I'm taking that middle, then I will go down. I'm going to take it, instead of cutting on the strap, I will safeguard the strap and just cut down, straight down, straight down. Then I come to the edge and take the edge. So see, I have my whole pattern together. So I'm going to pull it off right now and try to lay them and lay it. You know, I'll try to remove it. And try to lay it here. I had to change the paper because it looked small, so I just try to place this here. You know, I just try to place it as nice as, you might not be able to place it 100% well, but you have to try to place it as much as you can. Yeah. So I will notch the front. So this is basically, you know, what. So So most times I like adding my lacing allowance at this point so that it's uniformed. Where is my hair? So usually I'll use the compass. I usually will use two, I don't know what people call it, but me, I usually use 2 cm, 2 cm, at least to be on the safe side. 2 cm. For the back, I will use 3 because I usually will overlap. You know, when I'll put rubber, I'll put foam in around the ankle. So when I flip over, it will shorten the back. So what I do, while I use 2 for the front, I get to this point that is the back, this point, and I extend it to 3, or to 2.5. I can actually make it 2.5. So I extend it to 2.5 at this point. From here, it's 2.5. So I try to now, I bring it down here. So why this is here, I have this here. So This is my nursing allowance. And this. So I don't add anything here because I want to make it a single piece. Maintain the curve. So I'm just going to cut this out the way it is, like this, and preserve it. Usually I like, okay, my Bible is not here. Usually I like, you just cut this out, you know. So I'll just go ahead and cut this. I do this, I cut this way, go this way. Then I cut this, making sure to maintain that arc. So this is it. For me, this is a size 40, size 40, size 40, back to school last. Yeah. So this is basically it.